welcome back. You want to introduce your friend, please?
Well, I was Joanne's over there clapping. This is the handsome debonair Steve Wilson.
Well, look at there.
And you're the head of this kind of drive for the nature. You're one of the head honchos for it.
Chairman of the task force that's trying to put it together.
Okay, good. Well, first of all, tell everyone what the Trout Nature Center is going to be.
Well, it's going to be an interactive, computer-based, just a fantastic place to teach people about trout, everything about them, and why they're here. Why would they be here in mid-America? And
Yeah,
then,
why are they here and nowhere else?
well,
I mean, there are
we
other
changed
places,
the
but-
river. We built the dams.
Haven't they been introduced to Arkansas?
Absolutely.
Trout
So they're
are
not-
not native.
they're
That's
not
why
native
they're
here.
here.
Yeah.
We built dams. We now have cold water rather than warm water. We no longer have smallmouth bass. We have trout. So that's all part of the story that'll be told in the Nature Center.
Can you tell me why the water's cold coming out of that dam?
I can. Exactly why.
Because
Water
the lake
is-
above is warm.
Water is heaviest, densest, and heaviest at 4 degrees centigrade, which is 39 degrees
Okay,
Fahrenheit.
so the heavy
So
water's-
cold water goes to the
Yeah.
bottom. These have bottom releases, these dams,
Yeah,
Norfolk
yeah,
and
yeah.
Bull Shoals. So the water coming out of there is 39 degrees.
So the water closest in deep water, it's colder on the bottom.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
And that allows the lakes to freeze on the surface, because the lighter water is on the surface,
Yeah.
and not freeze all the way to the
Yeah.
bottom if it's deep enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
That makes a lot of
So,
sense.
and where the Nature Center will be located where?
It will be in the new Veda Shed Community Development Center, which it just is awe-inspiring to me every time I go in there. I wonder, how did we get this in Mountain
Yeah.
Home, Arkansas?
Yeah.
But it's going to be just across the hall from the big convention center, the big state-of-the-art auditorium. So it'll have built-in traffic as well as the people who have a destination to come see the Nature Center. But it's going to be just a state-of-the-art, really fantastic educational venue.
Yeah. Now, will this be the grand opening, this event you have
No.
coming up? It's not ready yet. This is
no,
just the
this
Hall
is not
of
ready
Fame.
yet. We're a year or so away from
opening.
opening the Trout Nature Center. The banquet, which is on April the 2nd, Saturday night, April the 2nd, is a fundraiser
Okay.
to try to get the doors open as quickly as possible. It's the second annual Hall of Fame induction banquet. Last year we had one where we inducted Dave Whitlock, who is a world famous author, painter, fly fisherman, fly tyer. He was our first inductee. This year we're inducting Jim Gaston of Gaston Resort, and Dr. Robert Binke, who is a retired fisheries professor from Colorado State University, but who is the world's foremost authority on cutthroat trout. He's done research all over the world on trout and is deserving from that academic standpoint.
Now, are these inductees from this area?
Jim Gaston
Dr.
is?
I know Jim
Dr.
was.
Binke is not. He
Okay,
is.
yes.
So, but because the Nature Center itself will be one of a kind,
International,
it's the only one in the world that we know about.
So you will choose from
From all over the
nationwide.
place.
Okay.
Nationwide.
All right.
We think the Hall of Fame is also the only trout Hall of Fame per se in the country, and so we're looking nationwide at people who have contributed in some major way toward trout.
Okay.
Do you ever have a shortage of possible inductees?
Well, I don't think we will. I don't think we'll ever have a shortage.
Oh, no, not with the popularity. But the banquet will also be held there at the Shed Center?
It's going to be held in the convention center side of the Veda Shed Development Center on Saturday night. The tickets are $50 a piece. As I said, it's a fundraiser. There will be a silent auction, a live auction, a lot of trips, a lot of fishing trips, turkey hunting trips, a lot of lodging, dinners, a lot of fly fishing paraphernalia or trout fishing, stuff. A lab puppy that will be auctioned off. So we're trying to have something for everybody there that will help us raise money to try to get this.
Are you wanting to let people know that you need more items for the silent auction, or
Well,
are you pretty full with
actually,
that, or-
what we really need are people to become interested in seeing this develop and supporting it financially, either by coming to the dinner, by contributing to the fundraising effort, or buying one of the auction items. Really getting involved that way.
And the auction items will just be there at the banquet that
That's
night.
right.
People will have
That's
access to those
That's
outside
right.
of the banquet.
That's
and
right.
it's on Saturday night. Starts at 6 or 7, or
Well, it'll start at 5 o'clock with a reception, a sponsor's reception, and then a cocktail hour from 5:30 to 6:30, dinner at 6:30, and the auction will begin sometime right after that. And then there will be an induction ceremony for the 2 honorees during that program.
Is dress formal or business casual?
It's business casual, but last year there were,
People always ask before they buy those
like
tickets.
everything else most everything else in Mountain Home, it's from blue jeans to suits. So, it'll be a mix.
Yeah, you'll be comfortable in whatever.
You will be comfortable no matter what you.
Well, good, because like I said, coming from the woman's point of view, before you do something like that,
Well, we had a lot of ladies dress up last year, which was nice.
The ladies like to dress up, but you gentlemen that we drag with us, you want to come looking like that, and Joe wants to get all dolled up.
Us guys want to be comfortable, don't
That's
we?
right. That's right.
But you guys are just background, adornment
exactly
for
right.
us anyway.
We have a website. It's the troutnaturecenter.com. www.troutnaturecenter.com. You can learn everything about what we're trying to do with the Nature Center.
Are there some mock-ups? You see what we hope it's going to look
exactly,
like?
Exactly.
Good,
And then there's www.troutnaturecenterbanquet.com, where you can go online, get your tickets, view the auction items, see all about the banquet, the inductees. It'll have a bio of the inductees, but most importantly, it'll be a place where you can buy your tickets, use PayPal or your credit card or whatever.
But if somebody doesn't have access to a computer, can they call?
We have tickets at the college,
at the college,
in the development office. I think we'll have them at a place or 2 around town. We'll have them at the Salbug this weekend. That's going to be held here at the Redeemer Lutheran Church.
So people can pick up tickets other
people
places.
People can pick
and
up
stuff like
real
that.
tickets.
Well, good, because we think everybody's techno savvy. A lot of people just don't like to mess with that sort of stuff.
I like the PayPal thing. That makes it easy.
It does.
If you have a PayPal account, you just take the money from there.
It does.
Yeah.
But there's still people who want to have a hard copy of their ticket in the end,
Because they're always afraid that little thing they printed out is not going to work. I feel that way too. Sometimes I print those things offline. But so you just want to get the word out. April 2nd.
April 2nd.
Cocktails reception about 5 p.m. followed by dinner, the inductee.
And it's a really fun evening. I mean, it's all about trout, and it's all about trying to support this idea of the Trout Nature Center. So it makes it a really fun evening.
Well, anytime there's a silent auction, there's lots of movement and mixing. That makes for a more relaxed atmosphere because people are walking around and talking, and it gets them up out of their chairs. It's when people sit in chairs that you can't really get anything out of them. So it sounds like a lot of fun.
We won't have any dry speeches.
No dry speeches. Who's your MC?
Richard Davies, who's the longtime director of the Parks and Tourism Department in Little Rock, an old colleague of mine, and a good friend of Jim Gaston's and Bob Knight's, and because he's been director there for, I think, 18 or 20 years, and he's just a hoot. He is just the
so
best
it'll be
MC,
entertaining, good.
Yeah, that I've ever seen.
Well, good.
Are you been fishing lately?
I have been fishing as recently as yesterday. We'll go again tomorrow. I get to go pretty often.
Yeah, he lives on the river, like I said, out his back door.
The weather's great for it right now.
It is. It is, and the fishing.
Now, do you just fish
really
trout, or do you?
No, I fish for a little bit of everything. Mostly trout because we live right there on the White River, but I'm trying to learn how to fish up on Norfolk Lake and catch some crappie, which are really good to eat.
You don't ever go out on the lake and take a dip, do you?
I do.
Do you really?
Yeah.
in that cold weather?
Well, not so much in the cold weather.
Yeah.
It's good to meet you.
Good
and
to
I
meet you.
hope your event is a huge success.
Well, as we get this thing further developed, I hope we can come back and show you what we're trying to do.
Please come back, yeah.
Because it is going to be a one-of-a-kind thing. I've seen mock-ups at the college. It's really going to be amazing.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
And we'd like to thank all the guests that have been on the show today. We had Enoch Pippin and Nick Arnold from the LC Salmons Youth Center. They're talking about their kids rally and
bike rally.
Rodeo. Bike rodeo.
You're close.
I'm close. It says bike rodeo.
It does. You're close. And then Dr. Mike Hageman.
Right. And then Gordon Bricko and Ferris Magnuson.
Drivers needed with the disabled veterans, so call them. And Miss Joanne Forbes with the Hill Country Art Gallery.
And your bestest friend.
And the handsome and debonair Steve Wilson with the Trout Nature Center. So April 2nd, mix and mingle at 5, buy some silent auctions, have dinner, and a good time will be had by all.
All right.
Yeah.
And we'd like to thank you for being here again.
I'll try to come back next week.
I hope so.
If I can.
I'm going to miss you.
Yeah, look at him.
We'll see you again next time.
Bye.